I bought the house because it was cheap. That should have been the first red flag. It stood on the edge of a sleepy town in upstate New York, a large, creaky Victorian home with chipped blue paint and windows that looked like eyes. The real estate agent called it a fixer-upper with great bones. But bones were exactly what I found when I started renovating. It began with the blueprints. I'm a detail-oriented guy. I like to know every inch of what I own. So I went to the county records office and requested the original house plans. The woman behind the counter looked confused as she handed them to me. "This house has been empty since 1984, she said. "You're the first person to live in it since the incident." "What incident?" I asked. She just smiled awkwardly. "People like to talk." The blueprints showed 4 bedrooms upstairs, a kitchen, dining room, living room, basement. Nothing unusual. But when I compared the plans to the house, something didn't add up. Behind the hallway closet, there was more space than there should be. I knocked on the back panel. It sounded hollow. Curious, I pulled the shelving out, unscrewed the panel, and found a door. An old wooden door with a tarnished brass knob, completely hidden behind the closet wall. No hinges, no frame. It wasn't in the blueprints. It wasn't even on the inside of the wall. And yet it was real, solid, cold to the touch. I hesitated. Every part of me screamed not to open it. But of course, I did. The door creaked open with surprising ease. Behind it was nothing, just blackness. Not darkness like an unlit room. This was thicker. It felt alive. The air turned heavy. The walls didn't echo. My flashlight barely pierced it, like it was being swallowed. Still, I stepped inside. I don't know why. The floor was wooden, but it groaned under my feet like it hadn't been touched in decades. The walls were covered in peeling wallpaper, floral patterns that shifted when I wasn't looking directly at them. Then I turned around. The door was gone. Not closed, gone. I stood in a room that wasn't in any blueprint, in a house that hadn't seen life in 40 years, and now I wasn't even sure I was in the same house anymore. I should have panicked. I didn't. Not yet. Instead, I walked deeper. The hallway extended farther than it should. I passed doors that led nowhere, mirrors with no reflection. A window that showed a view of my childhood bedroom, except I grew up in Ohio. And then I heard it. Whispers, not from the walls, from inside my head. They weren't words, not really, just intentions, urging me forward, drawing me deeper into the room that couldn't exist. I don't know how long I walked. There's no time in that place. No clocks, no light, just the feeling of being watched. And then the floor changed. It became soft, spongy, warm. I looked down and realized the floor was breathing. The room was alive. I froze. The floor pulsed gently beneath me, like I was standing on the chest of a sleeping giant. The air grew humid, sticky. Every breath tasted like old metal and ash. Suddenly, a low hum filled the space. Not mechanical, organic, like a throat clearing from the depths of the walls. I turned to run, but there was nowhere to go. Just more hallways, more doors, more watching. One door stood out, red, cracked, a brass handle covered in black fingerprints. It pulled me in. I reached for the knob with shaking hands. The moment I touched it, I saw something visions. Flashes of other people trapped in the same room, screaming, crying, forgotten. I shouldn't have opened it. Inside was me, but older, hollow-eyed, skin stretched too tight, whispering something I couldn't hear until I stepped closer. He grabbed me, pulled me into the mirror behind him, and suddenly I was on the other side, watching myself through the glass as I backed away, terrified. Now I wait here, alone, watching, waiting for someone else to find the room that doesn't exist so I can leave.